It is TV powered by World Sports Betting. It is time to see today. It's Mamelodi Sundowns nil, Ahly nil. Much better game already than the quarterfinals that we saw from both Sundowns and Orlando Pirates and the North African teams, of course. Mr. So-and-so, just your observation of the first half, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Chairman.
Khanye.
Stizi, Shane.
Yes, sir.
Lindo Mkwena. Ngibulisa nemakhaya ngicela support njalo la Disk TV ngizobuya nje njalo ngichiki futhi. Mr. Nkeo, it's a nice game. And you know why it's a nice game? You know the power of coaches. It plays a very important part in the games. The way Ahly are playing, they are not scared of the coach. And they show good we are not scared of the coach. That means we're not scared of you, Sundowns. Because the Ahly that team, I'm sorry to bring it back. The Ahly bedlala against when Orlando was a coach. Bebazohlala bonke emuva. Bengeke ubone noyibenza lama attempt abawenzayo ubabona bashama cross noma skillful abawenza bengeke. They will sit because the power of the coach it plays a part.
Well, Orlando beat them 5-2.
Yeah. No, you see. It tells you.
And they went to Cairo and scored 2 goals.
You know, Mr. K, that's why I mentioned the power of the coach sometimes makes a difference in the team. And now, with Ducados, they know him. They know one way or another. He's a typical of us.
Well, last year they beat Ahly Mshayele Ukadoso.
Yes.
Esperance.
I was watching the final. I saw it. So they know what the lower way to Los Yamaz. So we'll come normally, be cautious, but when the door opens up, then let's go in. That's what they're doing.
It's a strange pattern of a game, so as we look into the game.
Yeah.
Ahly with the more dangerous opportunities,
Yes.
Sundowns with the better football.
Yeah. And it's worrying, Mr. Nkeo, that you've got position, but you don't have more creativity up front. So that's one thing that it's worrying me. I don't know whether it's how he position his players up front or the coaching that he gave his boys in terms of how they should play up front. Because now it's a Sundowns that they're no more using the pockets. They play more or less direct football, where they build up, then they go wide. Now they expect that now we need to get a run and get across. And that's not really the Sundowns that we know. Sundowns that we know Sundowns they play with the pockets. Matthews was going to come in the pockets, confusing the right back. Where are you staying? If you stay, I get a ball. If you come to me, Umudiba is going to use that space. Same applies to on the right side. Ribeiro will come inside, confuse the left back. If you follow me, then Mudau is there to use that space. If you don't follow me, I get the ball. Then I turn and take a shot. So we don't see those runs. And now again, I don't see Adams going in there. Try to have a combination play with Matthews and Ushalulile. And same applies this side to Allende. I don't see also those passes to Ribeiro, go and have a combination and get to Ushalulile. So they play like as long as we don't have any problems in the midfield. If there's a problem there, Ribeiro, Shalulile, and Matthews, then they need to figure out how they're going to solve that problem.
I like Ahly. I don't like North Africans. But what I like about Ahly is that it is still the same North African framework, but in a bite.
Yes.
Yaluma.
Yes.
Which is to say that
Yes.
absorb
Yeah.
Konituba. And they could have had maybe 1 or 2 goals.
Yeah.
Not while scoring, but the one that hit the
Chances.
post, obviously that's a goal for them.
Yes.
And then maybe 1 or 2 others as well. What do you see from them in terms of their intent going forward?
Mr. Nkeo, you know, it's one thing that I always worry with coaches is that if you're going to use a player, prepare a player. So, Ulibusa, when was the last time Ulibusa played? Then you bring Ulibusa in a semi-final against the top of the century. You know, for me, it's like you're taking a risk. Yes, we know Ulibusa, that's his job. He needs to be ready every time.
Yeah.
But, you know, the mind and the body, sometimes it's not going to work the same. You know, so for me, Ulibusa, after the long period that is tense, it demands more from the defense and more from the players. For me, I'm not really pleased.
If I said to you that I suspect he was told to bring back Libusa and Mudiba, would you agree with that?
Yes. Because, and that's one thing that I was always asking me, Noguti. I just wonder when Zenu Libus. That's one player for me, I would say, in South African football. I don't know, even the national team, it doesn't get to be selected. He's one centre back that does well. Week in, week out, we've been given a chance. And he knows how to play that role. Initially, he was a left back.
Yeah.
Then growing, now he's a centre back. He knows how to cover there. And now he kills that moment of Sundowns to get the power on the left. Because now, when you play Suarez, now you don't get Umudiba playing.
There you go. Thank you so much, for that analysis. It is 0-0 between Ahly and Mamelodi Sundowns. Just a quick recap. Who is here with us? It's over 2,000 people watching us on Facebook. We're climbing up to 800 changes. It's about 900 people now on our YouTube as well. Thank you so much for a collective people of over 3,000 on all these platforms. Remember as well, we have nothing to do with the result that's happening there. We can only reflect it. And so far, we're happy because we're watching a game of football where both teams are trying to score against each other. We should not be begging African teams, the top four, to try and score against each other. It's their job to try and score against each other. Well done to Ahly, well done to Sundowns. Junior Khanye, take it away, sir.
Yeah, kulego mabrada kunjani?
Yes, sir.
Ngibulisa Chasto.
Jester?
Ngibulisa uBenedict Sofila.
Is it so and so?
Ngibulisa uLindo Pep.
Yes, sir.
Ngibulisa uShane. Ebafethu kunjani? Keep on supporting it. Iski TV, fighting no one try to fix South African football. It's in compliment to Al Ahly. I know it's their away team.
Yes, sir.
The way they come to South Africa and display the brand of football they bayidlala. Well done to the coach. There's a plan. I don't have a problem with the coach or the low block, but with the plan to score. He's waiting for Sundowns, commit a number up front, and then immediately play okay, they expose Sundowns. They don't run straight direct, they go wide to go and play with central and then the midfield support. Well done to the team because they had better chances compared to Sundowns.
Yeah.
In terms of team sheet, it looked like Sundowns they were going to be better. It's very difficult when you're going to play players without prepare. Also mentioned something. Lento le serious, yabo. Lebusa, Mdiba on and off. He plays. Sometimes you skip 2 games, 3 games. Matthews as well. Now you're confusing players. Those players when you need them most. Young man, you coach under pressure, get lost against Kaizer Chiefs last week. He was told to bring those players. Those players need to perform against this 10 City. I mean, the Al Ahly that plays. Goma group stage is not fun. This thing is serious. I don't know what people will understand. These people, they understand certain games. There's a type of game by approaching like by approach about okay, these ones, even if we lose these games with these players, we don't mind. But going to this type of games, it's a first leg knockout. Mindset it changes. Remember, Pegita Isla, Zingaki. Look at the stars there. They don't mind to play ugly, but creating so many chances. Labag hater, once you are wala depth, they hate you. They've got coaches on the field. They're playing away, but they hardly lose the ball. And in the coach, well done to this coach. I don't know this guy, but what I observe, this guy number 22 on the left. He's only player skillful good team. And strength this guy freedom, do whatever you want. You can come inside. Very dangerous player, because when a shoot too short on target and cutting in. Umdaw is on speed. He knows good thing now speed young umdaw will receive a card. And once of face umdaw, may look any foul. A skillful player need to a must player that are so skillful they need to understand it. Good. First touch must be good.
Now, interesting question.
Yeah.
If Umudao is facing Ashore,
yeah.
And it's a headache for him. Does it make sense for Umudao with Aztole Agwe front 3 that side when you have someone who's that skillful in front of him?
That's why it's a risk. He goes create a chance. Just back 4 can be bad form. I be back 4, back 4. I back 4, I back 4. I need those guys on the side about take sharp. I don't mind Umdibambe, but it's still a front 3 because each I have good game. I'll be honest to you. Sundowns observing me. Each I have a good front 3 Sundowns. Lack of, there's no agency. They're not even showing up for Ebola. There's no movement much. Shalulile, this guy Matthews, it's only Repero. Ka right balbule lang it side by expect him daway. So Repero in most ukala la mabak mga this team isusi pole goal kikubala. Yeah, but sometimes come in most to the starting point sack. But he comes in, show the side banana. This guy is a problem. Don't go home, faith. Just sit. And then gulage mina ngimangazwa icoach nange selection yakho ukuthi bona labafana bona boletlako. We understand about KK. You've got those players, type of players who can play left. Or Ribeiro stay there on the left, on the right hand side, cutting in. And then if I play Dalaga left, Mhlambe normal Dalaga right. Have left and right forward players. I mind with Babe Nama cross run. Then to tactically succeed, especially on this trophy. Ngoba laba kudla ngama tactics very easy. These guys footing now manje Mamelodi Sundowns le nto mentionile, we're still talking, but they mentioned something very important. These guys, they know how to kill the game. The critical phase of the game.
In the middle
you
of
know,
the game.
You know what they did? The game plan coach Central, they know Sundowns badlala ngama pocket. The coach at Sundowns lag kumele simbone khona ukuhlakanipha kwakhe. Variate your game. Play out, udlale inside. And allow players to express themselves. So in the selection on the bench, I don't think he's got those type of players. So now we need to bring Reyners, similar type of player of Shalil.
Yeah.
And Shalil as well. Emmanuel Lima is the redeemer of the team, my brother. Last week against Chiefs, we told him offside 3. They don't tell you momentum. Today, they pass him the ball. Ribeiro came, utropeka mnandi, effort mfethu kuka 2. Yonke team iwele kule side but kuwe uyaleka ibhola ubheka ibhola like ususamehle ibhola and then the ball went wide. You're not
That was a goal scoring opportunity.
so much chance anjalo akumelanga si overlook. So this guy Minumetus, I won't falter him. He doesn't play in fit. He hardly
the
loses the
Sundowns bench very quickly. There's
Yeah.
Salas, there's Tembazwane,
No.
there's Reyners, there's Mkhulise, there's Albas, there's Mtunyelwa, Suarez, Tiwani, and the goalkeeper Onyango. So Tembazwane is a surprise name there.
Yeah, I heard-
We might see him if he's fit enough. And then there's Salas, there's Mkhulise, there's Albas, and there's Reyners. Some attacking options.
Yeah, I mean, I believe you, Mauti, the coach was told. True. Because
Yeah.
even Tembazwane is a very special player, but you can't bring him in this game. If you can be honest.
Yeah,
if
in
you
terms
don't
of
listen, you
fitness,
can't.
how many months
Fitness,
was he
can't
out?
question his talent, but
Yeah.
you can't bring him here. Because kuzoba nama expectation umfake. This team, let asibeke nje kube ikorele la goal ngenhloko. Leli shayipali. And then we bring Tembazwane and then against the fuck all. Because the intensity is so high. As an impact player, uzophathwa iflu nga 2 minutes. So, good game. The coach must tell his players, it's for themselves. Like, I think Magazotua coach, I think this guy, Magazotua coach is going to take out Jaden Adams and bring Obas. For me, also from Gutadladitrom, Sambia hope ya away or relying on penalties. Because someone who already came Karus. He's not a bad coach, this
All
guy.
right, let's look ahead to the second half.
I still say Sundowns will win. They've got better players, young Ribeiro. Ribeiro can now meet you.
Now, maybe the interesting question, Jongo Buchi Sundowns will win.
Yeah.
Now that we've seen Al Ahly go first half, do you believe they will not score? Maybe that's a more interesting question.
I think Ronwen.
Do you believe ukuthi angeke ikore i- Al
Yeah,
Ahly?
I still believe true. They had better chances compared to Sundowns. I need to be honest. Yes, we believe Mhlambe can be. He believe him, but to tell the truth, they can score. Mara, if I with me, I still stay with Sundowns. Will win 1-0.
1-0
There will
to
be a
Sundowns.
rocket, not create a chance. They will score a long range. Or a mistake, not them creating because they lack creativity up front.
All right, there you go. Thank you so much, Junior. So you have 60 seconds. We'll wrap it up. Your thoughts of the second half?
Yeah, Alakhe Msenkio, they had their chances first half. And now
Is that going to be the end of it?
Yeah,
we
Sipili.
won't see any chance from Al Ahly?
manje sebazohlala manje but you know guys we did put pressure on them first half. Unfortunately we didn't get a goal. So now let's not try and be smart. Let's just play simple. Let's sit. We'll wait whatever moment if it happens. We're just gonna get it and play it and use the width. But we're not gonna put the effort that we put first half. So we're just gonna shut down.
Because they did commit numbers in the first half. That's
Yeah.
why I was complimenting both
Yes,
Sundowns and
yes.
Al Ahly.
No, they played well.
They showed us a game at
Yeah.
least.
No, it was a
in
very
the
nice
first
game, very nice game, yeah.
In the first half. Just wrap it up then. What do you think is going to happen? Is it staying 0-0? Is there any winner today?
Nah, no. I mean, I'm gonna izophela nga 0-0. I don't see Sundowns scoring because of creativity. It's you figure I won after 20 years.
Yeah, once in a while.
So I don't
Although
see
you
them
only,
scoring.
you only need one. I mean, even Al Ahly will only need one to
Yes,
score.
yes.
But
So-
it's not enough.
No, that's not. We expected Sundowns to dominate position and create chances and score goals. But because of how they've been performing the past few games, it also plays a part in this. So I see the game end up with a draw.
There you go. That's Junior Khanye and TSO Vilakazi. We'll come back later on as we see up to 1,500 people on our YouTube. Thank you. And a lot of people on our Facebook as well. Come back for the Pirates game. Yes, Shrabuli Lizolo. We were complaining and we wanted a game, so it looks like that worked. We have to blackmail them emotionally to play football. So it looks like that works. So hopefully for the Pirates game as well, they will play a game that we can at least talk about.
Yes.
It's fun so far. We'll see in the second half. Thank you very much for watching us.